This is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us tonight. In just a matter of minutes, Governor Tony Evers will be addressing the state.
His speech is coming as rising coronavirus cases are making Wisconsin one of the worst hotspots in the entire country. We will go to the governor live and carry his speech from start to finish. He is slated to start speaking in about 5 minutes.
In the meantime, our stretch of unseasonably warm weather has come to an end. We're sure you have noticed it's been replaced with a lot of rain today. This is a time lapse from this afternoon as those storms rolled into downtown Madison. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary.
It was a stormy afternoon, especially south and east of Madison, where temperatures stayed in the 60s and 70s, and there was some severe weather. A number of severe weather reports, mainly in the form of wind damage and high winds. In fact, Mitchell Field in Milwaukee reported a wind gust to 79 miles an hour just before 5 o'clock as that line of storms rolled through. But you can see them now out over Lake Michigan, moving away. Tornado watch has been canceled. A wind advisory, though, remains in effect across much of southeastern Wisconsin. Temperatures right now, or high temperatures, hit the mid 60s in Madison and lower 70s over southeastern Wisconsin before the cold front came through. Now Madison's down to 57, Janesville's at 61, and temperatures in the 30s as nearby as La Crosse. The winds are also starting to pick up to our south and to our east. Some wind gusts now in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. Again, that wind advisory in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow for Dane and Columbia counties and areas to the east. Look for skies to turn partly cloudy overnight. The winds will gradually die down by tomorrow morning. Low temperature dropping to around 30. Tomorrow's high at 45 with bright sunshine. The winds will be less, and I'll take a look at a forecast. It includes more November-like weather a little bit later on.
Gary, thank you. Once again, we are waiting on Governor Evers to address the people of Wisconsin at any moment. Looking at today's numbers, there were nearly 300 new hospitalizations across the state. Every county is now reporting at least one death, with Pepin County reporting their very first today. A total of 74 deaths are being reported.
We have team coverage tonight. Maddie O'Neill at the Alliant Energy Center. Gabriella Becerra with an update on hospitalizations here in Dane County. And later, Naomi Coles with a closer look at what could be announced tonight. Well, let's start with Madeline with what has been another busy day at the community testing site in Madison. Maddie?
Well, busy is right. At one point, the wait was up to 4 hours here at the Alliant Energy Center. Now it's looking like more like 2.5, but the gates were closed temporarily because of some of that severe weather we saw earlier. So we know that Tuesdays, the first day of the week that they're open here, are the busiest with significant wait times for the past 5 weeks. That's when about 5 weeks ago, public health officials took over testing from the National Guard. Public health is reminding people to use this service if you have symptoms or in close contact with someone who tested positive or work around a lot of people, not just for peace of mind. Public health is still advising if you can avoid getting tested on Tuesdays, you should, saying for the past few Tuesdays, there has been a line before they even opened for the day at noon. Now, usually they're open until 8 o'clock, but they have closed a bit early because of long lines, or tonight they say that it is possible they'll stop doing the testing if we see the weather go south.
Maddie, thank you. The number of very sick patients isn't slowing down. More than 155 people with COVID-19 are hospitalized in Dane County today. Gabriella Becerra is outside UW Hospital and explains how doctors are handling these high numbers. Gabby?
Well, Charlotte, local hospitals are working around the clock to make sure there's enough space and staff to take care of COVID-19 patients, but they need help. Here at UW Hospital, there's now 7 COVID-19 wings, and they're figuring out where they can make room for more. Dr. Jeff Pothaus says simple measures to flatten the curve do work, and we proved that at the beginning of the pandemic. He says now we're seeing the consequences of removing them through a rapid rise in cases, hospitalizations, and deaths.
I think, as a state, we do need to take this a fair bit more seriously and figure out, how are we going to get on top of this? Because right now the train's heading towards a cliff and we got to hit the brakes before we get there.
UW Hospital sent 2 patients to the alternate care facility near Milwaukee. St. Mary's sent 1, and Unity Point Meriter hasn't sent any. Doctors say there are strict guidelines to determine who can be sent there. I spoke with all of our local hospitals today, and they said while they appreciate the guidelines put in place by local and state governments, that it's really up to the community to do their part by wearing a mask, keeping their distance, and having good hygiene.
All right, Gabby, thank you very much. And as we wait on the governor's address tonight, a quick look at the legal ramifications that could affect any new orders. Naomi Coles joins us now with more. Naomi?
Yeah, let's look at a couple key legal points. The first, orders versus a rule process. Go back to May when the state Supreme Court overturned the Safer at Home order. They effectively told Evers that the DHS doesn't have the authority to issue executive orders. Instead, they wanted his office to use the rulemaking process for statewide measures. But that process means a Republican-led committee can reject them. Evers has been clear he doesn't want that. That ruling was relevant to a lawsuit decided by the Court of Appeals last week, rejecting the health department's order limiting indoor gatherings. There's another lawsuit, though, that could have the biggest impact on any new mandates we might see tonight. That case goes in front of the state Supreme Court on Monday. It challenges the governor's legal authority to issue more than one public health emergency at all for the same pandemic. Effectively, that case could decide whether the governor can keep issuing public health emergencies during this pandemic. And of course, the big question mark tonight is, will we see a new order?
Naomi, thank you. UW officials plan to increase the frequency of COVID-19 tests. We are going to go to Governor Evers right now. He is ready to address Wisconsin.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. I know I don't have to tell you that this year has been one of many, many major challenges. A global pandemic, coupled with economic uncertainty and another election season, has shaken our patience, our empathy, and our compassion for one another. Our optimism has been battered, our resilience strained, and our character tested. But now, as we put the election behind us, we are called upon to remember the things that unite us, and that includes the struggles that we share. We must now return our undivided attention to the COVID-19 pandemic. We must start fighting this virus together, and we must start tonight. As you know, earlier this year, we took steps to contain COVID-19 by issuing a Safer at Home order. We estimated then that our efforts would save between 300 and 1,400 lives. That order was struck down by the Wisconsin Supreme Court, a decision that hamstrung our ability to respond to this virus by using the tools supported by science and public health experts. Unfortunately, since then, Wisconsin has become a national hotspot. We once led our region in containing this virus, but now surges in our state rival what we saw in New York City this last spring. Our case numbers continue to climb. Since last Friday, we've added more than 25,000 new cases. It took us 7.5 months to get to 100,000 cases, but it only took 36 days to add another 100,000. The way things are going, it will take us only 20 days to reach another 100,000. We've now surpassed in deaths the number of lives we projected we would have saved months ago if we would have been able to keep Safer at Home and reopen safely. 2,395 Wisconsinites, mothers, fathers, grandparents, friends, and coworkers have lost their lives. And I offer my deepest sympathy and condolences to those who are mourning the loss of their loved ones. Unfortunately, they will not be the last. The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation estimates 5,000 Wisconsinites could be lost to COVID-19 by January 1st if no further actions are taken to get this virus under control. That means another 2,500 people who might not be with us on New Year's Day. Wisconsin, this is serious. The crisis is urgent. Across our state, families, workers, and communities continue to face the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our healthcare workers are going to work every day, working 3, sometimes 4 shifts in a row, often having to reuse or share masks and putting themselves and their families at risk to do their jobs. We owe them our thanks, but they also deserve our attention and action. I'm concerned about what our current trajectory means for Wisconsin's healthcare workers, families, and our economy if we don't get this virus under control. So I want to be clear tonight. Each day this virus goes unchecked is a setback for our economic recovery. Our bars, restaurants, small businesses, families, and farmers will continue to suffer if we don't take action right now. Our economy cannot bounce back until we contain this virus. So tonight, I've signed Executive Order 94, advising Wisconsinites to stay home to save lives. We must get back to the basics of fighting this virus just like we did last spring, and it starts at home. It's not safe to go out. It's not safe to have others over. It's just not safe. And it might not be safe for a while yet. So please, please cancel the happy hours, the dinner parties, the sleepovers, the play dates at your home. And if a friend or family member invites you over, offer to hang out virtually instead. And unfortunately, with the holidays just around the corner, we recommend that you plan to celebrate just with your own household. You can still invite others to join virtually, but we advise you not to go to any gatherings with people who are not in your immediate home. You can keep supporting local businesses and restaurants and workers by sticking to curbside pickup, delivery, or using online ordering whenever you can. If you need to get out and go for a walk or a bike ride, that's all right too. It's important now more than ever to get some exercise and take good care of our physical and mental health. Or if you think you might have been exposed to COVID-19, please go get tested and then make sure you're quarantining at home while waiting for your results and for 14 days after you've been exposed. Even if you do test negative for COVID-19, it's important to remember that just because you test negative today doesn't guarantee a negative test tomorrow. So please stay home. Otherwise, if you have to leave your home, limit it to essential needs or errands. Please only leave your home if it's absolutely necessary, like going to the doctor, picking up prescriptions, grabbing groceries, or getting tested. And if you have to go out, please wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart. Wearing a mask is not a political statement. It's a sign to coworkers or the strangers you pass in the grocery store that you care about them and they care about you too. That's why I'm also calling on our business leaders across our state to continue doing their part to keep workers, customers, and communities safe by expanding working from home options for workers, offering online or virtual services, and limiting the number of people in offices, facilities, and stores. Small businesses across our state have been important partners throughout this fight, and I'm grateful for all their good work. And if shifting to virtual work isn't feasible, please go to wedc.org to find guidelines for policies to help prevent workplace exposure and to keep workers and customers as safe as possible. As we've fought this virus since March, we've worked hard to support workers, families, farmers, and businesses across our state. In the coming days, I'll be announcing a package of COVID-19 legislation that should be passed quickly to make sure we have the resources ready for those who need it. We've also used our federal CARES money to get support to Wisconsinites across our state. We've supplied more than $16 million in PPE and sanitizing supplies to local communities. We've also assisted more than 26,000 small businesses, helped more than 12,000 households pay rent, and supported more than 15,000 farms and expanded statewide testing and contact tracing efforts. But we also know we have a long road ahead of us, and there are workers, families, farmers, and small businesses that are going to need our help as we work to fight this virus together. Here's the bottom line. The federal CARES dollars we received earlier this year expire on December 31st. That means unless we get additional support from Congress, our state will have to foot the bill for our response after the new year. So please contact your congressperson and ask them to provide additional support and resources for our state's response to this virus. We must be able to continue all our efforts to keep people healthy and safe. You know, I know this year has been extremely difficult, and I know good news is hard to come by these days. But as I stand here tonight, I'll tell you that I'm hopeful that we can beat this virus and we can rebuild and recover. Anybody would be a fool to count us out, Wisconsin. The surges we see, the new cases, the hospitalizations, and the deaths, these are not foregone conclusions. They are predictable, and preventable. That means the fight against this virus is winnable, but only if we fight it together. So tonight, we must also offer our neighbors the promise of a better tomorrow, a promise that each of us must play a part in delivering by doing everything we can. Right now, we've got plenty to prove and a lot to lose. Let's get to work and let's move forward together, Wisconsin. Thank you.
And that was Governor Evers addressing Wisconsin, and the big headline there is he has signed Executive Order number 94 advising Wisconsinites to stay home in order to save lives. He is saying it is not safe to go out. It is not safe to have others over. That is plain not safe, Eric.
Yeah, he commented as well on how he's put things in place to safer at home earlier, but it has been struck down at the Supreme Court. So he's going to continue just to urge Wisconsinites to continue to take special precautions, especially as they head into the holiday season. Of course, Thanksgiving just a couple of weeks away, urging that everything from play dates to small gatherings be done virtually, if at all, and encouraging every citizen to do their part in stopping this pandemic as the case numbers continue to skyrocket. He says it won't take much longer to reach another 100,000 cases in Wisconsin, which those numbers continue to stress our healthcare workers. So again, Governor Evers offering his thoughts and his challenge to Wisconsinites to help stop this pandemic. We'll, of course, have much more on this in our newscast tonight at 10 and at channel3000.com as we continue to learn more about the governor's order. We'll also have a breakdown of those highlights. So stay with us for much more, and also download the Channel 3000 app to continue to stay with this developing story. We'll be right back.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Culver's chicken sandwiches are proof that raised right tastes right.
I really care about the food we eat, and that all starts here.
The chicken that we serve to our kids is grown right here on our farm.
It takes growers like yourself to produce these great sandwiches at Culver's.
Every bite tastes like chicken is supposed to.
This is chicken raised right.
Our grilled chicken, our crispy chicken, and our spicy crispy chicken, they are amazing.
Welcome to delicious.
If you live in Wisconsin and don't have dental insurance, listen to this important message.
I know how important it is for my patients to maintain their dental health. That's why I'm so pleased Delta Dental has plans for individuals and families designed to fit your budget.
Your dentist may already be part of our network. You'll have a choice of Delta Dental individual and family plans that cover exams, cleanings, fillings, crowns, and more. So call now.
Call 844-SMILE-15. That's 844-SMILE-15.
Menards has you covered. Refresh your walls with Smart Coat paint from Zinsser. Smart Coat provides ultra-smooth coverage and a uniform finish. Choose from hundreds of colors or have a color custom matched for you. Smart Coat is now 11% off. Once the painting's done, touch up your wooden projects with Minwax. With a variety of stains and finishes, Minwax will have what you need to finish the job. All Minwax products are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Goldman Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on Dodge Grand Caravans well-equipped starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Goldman Cars is family owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Goldman.
Or my brother, Donovan Goldman.
You gotta go to Goldman. GoldmanCars.com.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. And your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Well, we started the day with clouds, some rain out to the west of Madison, and then showers and thunderstorms rolled through early to mid-afternoon through much of the area south and east of Madison, and there were some severe weather reports. This was an area that got into the 60s and 70s today, and you can see some wind damage reports across Rock County, Walworth County, up toward Milwaukee, and then even some hail reports down into parts of northern Illinois. In Rock County, widespread tree damage reported down between Janesville and Beloit about a little after 4 o'clock, and then as those storms storms race to the northeast into the Milwaukee area. Take a look at this. Wind gusts to 79 miles an hour at Mitchell Airport. Rockford had a wind gust to 72 miles per hour. So a lot of high wind reports over southeastern Wisconsin. But you can see how rapidly those storms have moved eastward into Lake Michigan. Tornado watch has been canceled now for all of southern Wisconsin and even to the west of Madison. Just a couple of sprinkles, and those should probably be over with before midnight. To the north and west, it's a different story. Snow and freezing rain through parts of Minnesota into northwestern Wisconsin. Wind advisories are in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for Dane County and Columbia County and areas to the east. This is for wind gusts that could get in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. And you see those stronger winds just to our south and west now starting to rotate in. Green Bay with a wind gust to 32 miles an hour, but we're seeing wind gusts now in the 35 to 45 mile per hour range. Some localized gusts up to 50 miles an hour across Iowa and Illinois. Those will be heading into southeastern portions of the state. To the north and west, winter storm warnings remain in effect through the Twin Cities metro area and into the Duluth Superior area with winter weather advisories around that. They actually had an ice storm warning earlier today over parts of north central Iowa and south central Minnesota for ice accumulations over 1/4 of an inch. But three things you need to know in our forecast. The main problem tonight will just be the winds now. Could see some wind gusts of 40 miles an hour or greater, especially east of Madison. Then dry weather returns from later tonight, basically through Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. As far as sunshine is concerned, that comes back tomorrow. Temperatures will be back closer to average with highs in the middle 40s. Temperatures right now range from the 70s over northern Indiana to the 20s across much of Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. And that transition line will continue to sweep southeastward, and our temperatures will drop off. Madison, 11 degrees colder than it was at this time yesterday, but notice La Crosse, a 30-degree temperature drop, and that's the colder air that's heading in our direction. Fortunately, the bulk of the coldest air will stay just to our north. So as the rain moves out, notice the skies starting to clear out to our south and west. The jet stream now starting to bring in some dry air down near the ground behind the cold front, and those winds, again, switching around to the west and southwest. Those are the strong winds that will rotate in here through the overnight hours. But on future track, you can see how quickly the rain moves out. Skies actually start to clear later on tonight, and then we're back to sunshine for tomorrow and for Thursday as well. Look for a high temperature of 45 for tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, a colder day, and then as a 7 to 10 day forecast, 52 for Thursday, a chance for a flurry Thursday night, but generally dry weather other than the weekend. Some rain Saturday, a chance for a shower on Sunday, and then dry weather with seasonal temperatures for much of next week. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Shop online or safely in-store all month for up to 40% off brands like Frigidaire, Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag. Black Friday priced right now. Upgrade your kitchen with a 24-inch built-in stainless steel dishwasher, just $288. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale means more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine. Your local store for more since 1938.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour. There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the cheeseburger pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Wednesday is Veterans Day, and we're taking you inside the Wisconsin Veterans Museum.
It's been a tough year for the museum, but we'll share how you can help and honor veterans despite the pandemic this year when we see you tomorrow from 4:30 to 7.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
In 3 days, the UW men's hockey team not only opens up their season, but the Big Ten hockey season. So all eyes of the college hockey world will be on the Badgers and the Irish Friday night in South Bend. And the series hasn't been too kind to Tony Granado's club. In the last 3 years, they've played 12 times with the Badgers, just winning 4. So in order to get off to a good start, Granado knows Wisconsin's going to have to be like Notre Dame and play consistent.
They're the one team that doesn't change. They play the same way. They have a aura about them on how they're going to play. They have an identity of what they want to be. You got to be ready to grind it out. They play the same way from the start of the game through, all through 60 minutes. And for us to have success, we are going to have to steal a little bit of their identity just on the consistency part of playing the same way over and over.
We already know about the Badgers men's basketball's trip to East on December 4th when they face Marquette, and Louisville coming to Madison on December 9th for the ACC Big Ten Challenge. But now we can add another game to their slate. Wisconsin's non-conference schedule just got a little bigger. Northern Iowa's coming to the Kohl Center on December 16th, and these two programs kind of know each other well. The Panthers and Badgers have spent the last couple years holding secret scrimmages before the season so they can get ready to play. So it's good. Yeah, secret. So no one was supposed to know about those, but we know about them.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Zach. Here's a final check of the forecast with Gary.
Well, the showers and thunderstorms from earlier this afternoon have now moved out over Lake Michigan. Even most of the rain has ended through much of southern Wisconsin. Temperatures continue to cool off. They're down in the lower 60s in southeastern Wisconsin. Still near 60 here at Madison, but notice to the northwest that big drop-off. Temperatures around 40 by the time you get to La Crosse. Wind advisory in effect from now until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for Columbia and Dane County and areas to the east. Right now we're seeing some strong winds over southwestern Wisconsin in the 35 to 45 mile per hour range. Look for temperatures to drop to around 30 by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, sunny skies, high 45. And then look for more seasonal weather for the rest of the 10-day forecast. Some rain chances about Saturday.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. And thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
We'll see you back here at 10.